This Google flyover will acquaint you with opportunities within the 130-mile Ballona Watershed outlined in green. The blue lines represent perennial streams that may have been replaced by storm drains. In the Ballona Watershed, these drains flow into Ballona Creek and its tributaries. Eventually, Ballona Creek flows to the Pacific Ocean. A watershed holds and directs life-giving fresh water. When it rains, the water follows the terrain, flowing down over the surface to a central point, a river, creek, lake, or bay. The Ballona Watershed is the entire area from its high points in the Santa Monica Mountains, that's Mulholland Drive to east of Silver Lake, to its low point, the Santa Monica Bay. Ballona Creek is designed to discharge into Santa Monica Bay approximately 71,000 cubic feet of water per second from a 50-year frequency storm event. If cleaned and diverted to Ballona, it could help bring the wetlands back to its former vitality. This Ballona Watershed perimeter flyover is an introduction to some of Ballona's riches, deficits, and opportunities. Our first stop is at the Pacific Ocean at the entry to 950-acre Marina del Rey Boat Harbor and the mouth of Ballona Creek and bike path. Our next stop is the Ballona Wetlands Ecological Reserve, 640 acres, home to many birds, animals, and insects, providing a vast, untouched vista visible from Culver Boulevard. At Jefferson and Lincoln, note the freshwater marsh in the foreground and a portion of Playa Vista's 400-acre development, which was built on the Ballona wetlands and an enormous methane gas seep. The riparian corridor is at the base of Marymount. Our next stop is the confluence of the Sentinella Creek and Ballona Creek. Sentinella Creek comes from the city of Englewood. This area attracts birds and other wildlife, a perfect place for a much-needed park. We are now flying over Sentinella Boulevard, where Ballona Creek's permeable bottom ends and the concrete bottom begins. The Sepulveda Channel daylights at Washington and East Boulevard, flowing south to Ballona Creek. The Sepulveda Channel offers an opportunity to extend the reach of the Ballona Creek bike path and walking path by 1.5 miles. We continue to the Baldwin Hills oil fields, a major source of pollution in the LA basin. The Baldwin Hills Conservancy had at one time discussed shutting down the soil operation to make another urban park the size of Griffith Park. Counting our blessings, we arrive at the Baldwin Hills Scenic Overlook. The overlook provides miles of safe, out of harm's way hiking trails and the Baldwin Hills Scenic Overlook Theater. This area was slated for development, but activists rallied proponents of this park, and now hundreds of people flock to this park every weekend. We see Kennethon State Park with the Baldwin Hills oil fields on the right. We are flying over South Los Angeles to downtown Los Angeles high-rise business district. Los Angeles is one of the most underparked large cities in the United States. In the 1920s, Los Angeles city and county officials invited the landscape firm founded by Frederick Law Olmsted, who designed the Central Park in New York City in 1865, to create a Los Angeles regional park plan. It was done but never executed by Olmsted's sons and Bartholomew. It is explained in a book by Greg Heiss and William Deverell called Eden by Design. The book is on Amazon. Central Park is the most visited park in the United States, with 40 million visitors in 2013. We are doing a quick flyover of Echo Park, Silver Lake Reservoir, and Griffith Park, where Upper Ballona Creek daylights near the Griffith Park Observatory and continues toward Las Feliz, Ferndale, and Western Avenues. We proceed along Mulholland Boulevard Ridge to the Hollywood Reservoir. On our right, we see the Los Angeles River watershed. We see the Stone Canyon Reservoir as we approach Santa Monica Bay, and Venice Beach. As you watch this, consider how much more livable the city would be if new parks were added every half mile to satisfy the needs of people in densely populated urban Los Angeles. As we fly back to the Pacific Ocean, Santa Monica Bay, remember the Ballona Watershed includes many incorporated cities: Beverly Hills, Culver City, Los Angeles, Santa Monica, West Hollywood, Bel Air, Los Angeles County unincorporated areas, Englewood, Mar Vista, and Baldwin Hills. Major tributaries to the Ballona Creek include Sentinella Creek, Sepulveda Canyon Channel, Benedict Canyon Channel, and numerous storm drains. The watershed is one of contrasts: single-family homes, high-density housing, extreme wealth, extreme poverty, and homelessness. The Santa Monica Mountains, Griffith Park's wilderness, and daylighted Ballona Creek, plus several reservoirs, the dense high-rise buildings in downtown Los Angeles, the UCLA and USC college campuses, the Baldwin Hills oil fields, Kennethon State Park, Marina del Rey, Lower Ballona Creek, and the Ballona wetlands, to name a few. The land encompassed by the Ballona Watershed is 64% residential, 8% industrial, and 17% open space. With a thoughtful, creative approach, our watershed offers boundless opportunities to increase rainwater capture, outdoor recreation in densely populated areas, parkland, and backyard habitat for wildlife and people. We now have an opportunity to do four things. One, demand a thorough review of Marina del Rey, which was established by the federal government in 1954 with the U.S. House Documents 389 and 780 to provide recreation for the people of Los Angeles County at a reasonable price with equal access for all. Today, Marina del Rey houses over 10,000 people, and many small boaters have been priced out of the market. The county has destroyed many old-growth trees that provided habitat for wild birds like the osprey and herons. 2. Hold Playa Vista accountable for lack of water in the Ballona wetlands. Insist that they, 1, complete their flood control as designed. Stop their imprudent waste of water they remove from the aquifer to clean up the toxic plume. 2. Make the riparian corridor and freshwater marsh function as Playa Vista promised. 3. Direct the water taken from under their buildings into the wetlands to meet the city's methane mitigation after cleaning it up. 4. Direct fresh water from the Playa Vista storm drains to the Ballona wetland. Then start at the top of the Ballona Watershed below Griffith Park Observatory. Create natural areas where rainwater can set for a while and be absorbed into the parched earth to provide clean, fresh water for plants, trees, and wildlife, all the way to Cochrane, where it daylights again and flows to the ocean. 3. Acquire 100 acres along the historical 10 miles of buried Ballona Creek for seasonal wetlands, parks, and paths where people in a densely populated area and their pets can walk, bike, congregate, and enjoy urban wildlife habitat. Participate with the city and the county of LA to create a minimum of 1 park every mile, while at the same time daylighting the 10 miles of the buried historical Ballona Creek from Griffith Park at Los Feliz to Cochrane Avenue and Venice Boulevard. And 4, anticipate the trend toward people spending more time accumulating experiences rather than things so that we can all enjoy nature. To help spread the word, take a hike or bike along the streets with buried streams. Send this video to a friend. Join our effort through the Sierra Club Airport Marina Group. Water is the most powerful force on the planet. Let's use it for the good of all the people of Los Angeles City and County.